Well, welcome to the 1874 podcast, and it's episode 7 tonight. It's been a bit of a wait for us to get to episode 7. There's been a few things that have been wrong. Try to get people in, people know well, manager, train issues, but I'm glad to welcome Arthurlie FC keeper Garry Black. Thank you very much for coming on, mate.
It's good to be here, mate. Good to be here.
I think it's the third time.
Third time lucky, aye.
Aye. So let's hope it's a good one. He's gave up watching his team tonight.
Second team.
Going to be playing in the Champions League. So I thank you for doing that, because I know a lot of players like to go and watch the football and stuff. So I really appreciate that, mate.
No worries.
Before we delve into speaking to Garry about his football career and his stuff with Arthurlie, just want to say a wee shout out to G4 Claims, whose studio we use, and thank you very much for everything you do for the podcast. Really appreciate it. So if you're looking for help with any claims and stuff, you know what to do. Go on the website. G4 Claims will help you out. Anything you need with any sort of claims, car getting banged or whatever, mate. Do you know what I mean? Just I'll leave a description below, and you can click into that, and the boys will help you out. Also, wanted to just do a wee shout out to people that have sponsored our shirts for Arthurlie. I've had a great response. I think nearly every player now has got a sponsor, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. I think there's only 3 left, and it's all away talks. Mm-hmm. So if you want to sponsor, we've still got 3 left. We'll put it on our social media, and if you want to spend £50 on getting these boys sponsored, that will help the club. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. A shout out for MGMP Coaching, who are from Barhead. They do one-to-one coaching with boys that are looking to better their football skills. So it's Michael. I'll leave a wee link for him as well. My boy was at an October camp with him there.
Right.
He's only 4, so he was youngest boy there by a mile, but he done amazing, and what they done for him for the whole week is fantastic. You can go into the one-to-one coaching. This was more group coaching, but what they do in Barhead's excellent for. I'm sure there's a few players that have been down in Helton coaching, like Tam McGoggy, Aaron Healy and stuff like that. I know Ryan Vance for the under-20s helps out and stuff, so
good stuff.
I'll put a wee logo up and you can see him and check him out and help him out with his wee business as well. Also want to go talk about the strips that are now on sale. If you want to get yourself an Arthurlie strip, full strip or just a home top, get them kid sizes as well. I think it's £26 for an adult and $22.50 for the kids, just for the tops. Full strip, if you want to be a full strip wanker, it's £40 and $34.50 for kids. So with Christmas coming up, get your orders in. It's emailing friends at arthurliefc.com, and Ger will take your order off you and get it hopefully sent out before. I think it takes 6 weeks to come with VSN. It's not ideal, but it's it's the cards we're dealt. So
yep.
Maybe after Christmas, and we can see a lot of Waynes and adults wearing new strips on round about Barhead and get us a bit more prominent. I'll certainly be buying a few for myself anyway. Aye. So get on that. So, Garry.
Yes.
That's it, I'm done with it. Just got to talk about your story in football, how you get into football, where did you grow up and stuff like that, and what did you get up to? Did you go into football right away, things like that. So if you want to just start off, let us know where you came from, how you get into football, and what your childhood was like and stuff.
Aye. So I grew up in Easterhouse. I think I stayed there till I was 18. So basically I would say that was where I actually started playing football. So I think for the age about 8 or something like that, all the way through, I was playing with the older ones, just running about playing football. But it was nothing really too serious or that.
Aye.
So if you're talking about in terms of like serious organised football, it wasn't until I was about 12 or something.
Right, so before that it was just like
School.
playing anywhere with a bit of grass.
Aye, exactly.
I think you said at one time you were making goals at a
lucky fences. Aye. That's it, man.
Everybody does, and but that shows us as well. There's a problem where kids don't have anywhere to go and actually play football properly, but you need to pay for it now, don't you? So Easter House, you're just cutting about with your mates playing on the streets. As most boys do learn in Scotland. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I think every other scheme in Easter House, they all had like 5-a-sides and all that, but I think the closest we got to a 5-a-side was like the fence outside a close. So one on one side, one on the other side. You know what I mean? There's about 30, all running after the one ball.
That's. But that was I grew up with as well, mate. It's a good schooling for it. Do you know what I mean? But it can be better. Do you know what I mean? It could be better if you had somewhere that was better. So obviously at your school, when you were playing at school there, did you start as a goalie?
Aye, I've always been a keeper.
You've always been a goalkeeper.
I've always been a goalie.
Because there's this thing that you don't want to be a goalie. Nobody wants to be a goalie. But so when you meet somebody that says I was, then and they also, there's a thing they're saying about goalies that you need to be a bit special to be a goalie. Do you know what I mean?
That's you must be off your
you need to be off your nut.
Aye, definitely.
So it's good to hear that that's you weren't forced into being a goalie. You wanted to be it. So
I think a big part of that as well was my granda. He was a goalie, so he was
right.
So he was a keeper. Obviously, a right good few years ago. So just growing up and hearing stories about him and stuff like that's made us want to be that. To be honest with you, so
inspirational.
Aye.
Did he play with MD or was he just junior level and stuff?
No, when I've spoke to him about it, he said that he was in the Outer Hebrides League or something.
Right.
That's what he said to me, which I don't know what it is. I never really heard it. But he was a roofer, so he was doing a lot of work earlier.
Right.
So I think during that time he was a keeper basically earlier. You know what I mean?
Nice one. That's a bit of a strange story. Getting up there playing at Outer Hebrides.
I know.
You can't imagine too many teams up there. But
no, man. You can't.
So, obviously, by school football, you go into boys' clubs after that, and
so basically, I think the first game I ever really played, I was primary 3 or something like that, and I was playing in the P7 team.
Right.
And faded in. I think whenever I went into P6 or something, I got trials with Glasgow.
Right.
Glasgow schools. So P6 and P7 I played with them, and obviously the school team as well. What age are you? 25.
I know that there was this thing that came out recently where at school football they were changing the rules and stuff like that. Like,
right.
If you were so many up at half time, they were changing it back to no.
Honestly, aye.
Everybody gets a medal at the end and all that. It's just the way society is now, isn't it? It's like nobody can be a loser kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's horrible.
Aye.
Especially football. It's about competitiveness and winning in it. So exactly. I just wanted to know if you experienced that, or was it just the same?
No, we were just normal football. So I think it's important, innit? You get beat sometimes, gives you that drive to win the next time, doesn't it?
Well, the only downside that I've seen growing up playing football with younger age and stuff like that is we're playing with a full size goals.
Aye.
And you've been a goalie. They're hitting it for anywhere. I mean, especially if you're saying you're starting in P3.
Well, I think during that time it was only 7-a-side goals.
Right. Even at that, they're still massive.
Aye. Aye. Well, I was a wee bit chubby, so I felt up most of the goal.
So it's like you go abroad and you see how they're coaching kids and how I think we're starting to see it now. And we're coaching kids here. It's a smaller pitch. It's some don't have goals. It's all about touch, 3-touch movement and stuff like that. I know that does nothing for you as a goalkeeper, do you know what I mean? But I believe that's the way we should be coaching here.
Yep.
So your boys' club, you were saying, I've got here, you were with Clyde Boys.
Aye, Clyde Boys Club, aye. We used to train up in Stonelaw.
Right.
So, funny story actually, but I went to them, and then I think a few months later, I had a wee problem with my hip, so I had to go and get a screw in my hip.
Right.
So I wasn't able to play for another 3 months or something like that after that. But when I came back, we done the full season undefeated, so we're invincible. So we were.
Well, I just seen that. I got that done, invincible, and so being at Arthurlie and invincible wasn't the first time you've done it, so you're used to it.
Aye, that's it.
But it's good to have something like that at boys' age. I mean, it's still showing you, but you know, it's never always going to be that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's an anomaly in it. That's an anomaly.
But at that age, you're buzzing, aren't you?
Aye, definitely.
And you think you can go and beat anybody.
Definitely, man.
Did that lead to anything there when you were playing?
Well, that was I think my last season with Clyde, there was a boy there for Aberdeen, the scout for Aberdeen. He took me and another couple of boys up to, I can't remember where it was, but it was a game, but we were all late for it, so we were.
Right.
All us boys, so we went on the game, had already kicked off and all that, so it is, so...
Didn't look good.
Wasn't a very good start, though.
So, scouted right back down to Glasgow.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll not be taking them. It's funny because there's been a bit of a link with this podcast with Aberdeen and having a few players on that were...
I guess Carroll and that.
Aye. Somebody else recently said that they were there at Aberdeen at the same time, but at a different team.
Aye, that's right. I heard that as well a couple of weeks ago. Somebody was saying that. I'm not sure who it was, though.
Div Mackay.
Was it Div?
I'm sure it was. He
it?
said he was up there. I'm sure. He's played for so many teams, it's
know,
unbelievable. And the list he gave me, he's like, that's teams I can remember.
Aye.
So it's like, the boy's been about.
Yeah.
And funny enough, well, what I say to Dave, congratulations to yourself and your missus for your birth of your wee boy.
Aye, congratulations.
It was good to see him doing it Duntley right away.
I know.
Getting a wee fan in. But we were talking about his injuries and thought he's over it and blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then after the podcast, he goes out and gets injured.
It's just so unfortunate, isn't it? He's one of the toughest guys we'll meet as well.
Well, so he keeps saying, doesn't he? Toughest
he
guy in
is,
junior
aye.
football, mate, he says. He's adamant. But I get well soon, mate. I hope you're back with playing soon as possible. So after the Aberdeen debacle,
Aye, straight back down to Clyde, man.
Right.
Aye. So it didn't work out really well, but that's it, man. But as a wee guy, you think, am I going to get another chance again? You know what I mean?
so where were you playing with Clyde? Whereabouts?
We were playing in Hamilton.
Right.
It was Jockstein Academy, I think it was called.
Right.
So we're playing there. That was our home games there. And then just all over the place.
What age were you then at that?
I think I was 12, going on 13. Aye. And then played my last season with him and moved on.
So at that age, that's when you're starting to... It's
Aye.
getting serious, isn't it? When
Yeah.
if you're wanting to do something with football,
Aye.
you need to step it up then. Or,
Yeah.
as we've spoke, you can go a different pathway in
Exactly.
Scotland. But it's no because you went into, I think you said Jimmy Johnston Academy after that. And I think we spoke, who was your manager there?
It was a guy called Jim Simonetti.
Right.
Massive respect for the guy, man. He's totally showed you the way you had to be if you wanted to be a football player.
Right.
I think it's a wee bit daunting for some people at that age to be able to take that on, but definitely, man, they give you stuff that sticks with you the rest of your days.
I think you said to me when we spoke off camera that he's probably the best manager that you've worked under.
I'd probably say so, aye.
Maybe instilled a lot in you at an early age and gave you that belief to maybe go and do something in football.
100%, aye.
A good grounding.
Yep,
So,
definitely. It's just like even stuff like attitude and stuff like that. Like you weren't allowed to walk past your coaches without shaking their hands and stuff. You had to wear black boots and all that stuff as well. It's just pure discipline. Just showing you the discipline you have to be to try and make it. You know what I mean?
It's got to be.
Aye.
Last thing we need is, especially youngsters nowadays, coming in and thinking they can do what they want.
Exactly.
In dressing rooms and speak to captains the way they
Exactly.
and managers and demanding that they want to be playing and stuff like that. But you need to earn it.
Aye, definitely.
I mean, you need to. But that's great what you're saying with him. He's teaching you at an early age, but you catch it at an early age. Hopefully, you take it in so when you get
Aye.
into playing junior football or whatever.
Yep.
You're going in with a bit of grounding.
Aye.
And you're not going in there with your head full of.
Broken bottles of it. But
Aye,
that, 100%. 100%.
So, with that academy, did you play in a league or anything? Or was
Aye,
it?
we played in the league year too. We ended up winning the league year as well. But for him, it was more like just modelling on the Lisbon Lions. So like, he tried to get us playing like them, free flowing attacking football, just moving the ball a bit and stuff like that.
Right.
And a lot of teams weren't doing that back then.
Aye.
It wasn't really. It was kind of unhealthy. You know what I mean? Boys clubs playing like that.
Aye.
But
Trying something different, innit?
that's it, man. And he wouldn't care what size you were. See, as long as you brought your boots, he's like, get on. You know what I mean? That's what's good about him, man.
Well, early years, what I've heard of, he's not big enough to play in this league.
Aye. I didn't matter to him. See, there was this one time, there was a wee guy who was doing kicking a ball about the side of the park. He's a young Spanish boy, didn't speak a word English, the wee guy. I think we were about maybe 14 or something. I think the wee guy must have been about 10. Honestly, he was about that height.
Right.
And he's brought him in and we're like, oh my God, man, he's going to put the wee man on. And he went through us all. He's like, what size was wee Jinky and all that? Wee Jinky was that size and all that. So basically it's just give everybody a chance. That's the way it is, isn't it?
It sounds as if what you're saying is the best manager you've had. It sounds as if he had something in him, definitely, that maybe spotted something. Or he just wanted to change football.
Aye, definitely.
I think we need more of that. I think we see it in a lot of coaching nowadays with under-20s and stuff like that. They're trying everything. Even at the junior level now, they're trying every single different thing that we can. Rather than just turn up, play a game, do a couple of rondos and get up the road.
Exactly. Even if you look at Big Van saying that, the other boys at the 20s for Arthurlie, the amount of work they put in, I know, is tremendous, isn't it?
Well, I was sitting in with him a couple of weeks ago and they were doing a bit of data analysing. And they had the full team in, they had the up on the screen showing them where they went wrong in games, where they were going right, and how he wanted them to play individually, going through. Now, a lot of players are probably sitting there going, what? This is doing it, but he's trying something. He's hopefully getting that across, and then it'll take time, because all the players will need to get used to it. Some will pick it up quicker than others, do you know what I mean? But then that's when you find out who's good enough, who's listening, who's going to take it on. That's it. And that was the same at Jimmy Johnston as well. Every single game, we were in the changing room for about an hour after it, everybody saying, how do you think the game went? So when they got into me, I was like, oh no. Just had to listen to everybody else and just copy them. You should be first in right away, mate.
I know.
Start with a goalie.
I know.
Is that what I mean?
I know. He sees everything, that's what they always say, innit?
If you're winning games and you're doing well, shouldn't need to talk to you.
I know. That's it. Definitely.
Because you're doing your job of keeping the ball at the net. So it seems to me it was a great starting for you there. Obviously, you've been winning things with Clyde and stuff like that, and going to this place, you've won the league them as well. How long did you stay with him?
So I think I was with him a season and a half or something, maybe 2 seasons maximum. I think I left him when I was 16. So maybe went with him when I was 13 and then left when I was 16.
And you had a trial
up at Celtic,
at Lennoxtown. Was it Lennoxtown at the time?
Aye. Jim took us up there, so he took us up to first session and stuff like that. So I think I was with him for 3 weeks or something.
So being a big Celtic fan, it must have been.
Oh, it's massive, man.
You must have been going, oh my God, what the hell is going on here?
The thing was, see, before that, I'd never had a goal training session in my life. Never experienced a goalkeeping session. And I went up there, and I think it was a guy, Peter Latchford. Do you remember him? Goalkeeper, aye. He was taking our keepers, so obviously it was a different experience.
I remember watching him playing.
Was he good? It was good.
No. Come for a Rangers fan, mate.
Aye.
I remember watching him back in, it'd have been late 80s, early 90s. I don't remember much of it, to be honest. Because I think it would have been Paddy Bonner, it would have been number one at the time.
It was my dad, he knew him when I came out, and I was like, do you know a guy, Peter Latchford? And he's like, he was a goalie when I was a wee boy. So
was he taking you there?
He was taking us, he took us 3 weeks or something I was there for.
Who was manager at Celtic at the time? Would it have been Lennon?
I think Lenny, Would have been Neil Lennon,
Did you?
I was Neil Lennon, actually.
Did you come across him? Did you meet him?
Never came across him. The closest I got to him was seeing his boots.
Right.
As a young boys, I think they all clean the boots, didn't they? The first team and that, so...
That's something they should be bringing back, mate.
100%.
Get the 20s into Arthur,
100%,
get them cleaning.
Aye. A few boys didn't help, but cleaning hunts.
Aye. A total different... Like Garry Carroll was talking about when he was on a pod about... Well, he stole McNamara's boots, didn't he?
Did he?
Aye.
He still got them?
No, he wore them.
No way.
And put them back. But he got found out.
Did he?
And he made him go in the pitch bollock and run round the full pitch.
Aye.
So
just kept that one quiet.
Maybe that's why they've stopped it.
Aye,
because of that sort of stuff.
Aye.
But obviously going to your boyhood club and seeing how things are run there and getting trials, it's a dream come true. Did that spur you even more want to become?
It did, it did. Because round about that time as well, Jim had Tosh McKinley. He had him coming in and stuff like that and taking us for Jimmy Johnson. So, like, he was saying only 2% of boys who want to be football players actually make it.
Yep.
So, getting that close to it and stuff like that, even though I wasn't signed to it, like, it was a dream, you know what I mean?
It's like touching distance, isn't it? It's getting the smell it and going, right,
amazing, I
want to be here. And as you say, 2%, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Minuscule, man, definitely.
You're like, you need to be exceptional if you're going to go to that level in it. It's like you probably don't know many people that have made it, like friends or family or whatever. I mean, or you'll know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that's playing for Celtic or Rangers. Do you know what I mean? It's like I know in for Barhead, you've had a few boys that have come through and went on to play with Rangers, Barry Mackay and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So he's still cutting about.
Barhead,
do you know what I mean? Walking the dug, stuff like that. But obviously he's doing well at Hearts, getting a Scotland cap recently and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Barry's brought up all.
His other brother, he played for Arthurlie.
Did he?
Daniel.
Right. I don't know him. I know Paul Mackay.
Right.
I know him from Mary Hall.
Right, was he playing there? Aye.
He came in at first. He came in to play at first, and he ended up becoming a coach here.
Right.
So I'm not sure if he's still doing a bit now. I think he might be.
That's a small world, isn't it?
Aye.
Although we could do with Barry coming back to Arthurlie. No coming back, come and sign for us.
Aye. I used to call him Barry Mackay's brother.
Aye.
I used to call him Paul.
So, after your trial there, obviously it didn't work out. You didn't.
Aye, they just basically
didn't
said
get signed.
It wasn't what they were looking for at the time. So
right. How did that take?
You've got a wee bit of know what I mean? After it, but I always said I would never play for them if I get a chance again.
Just a bad feeling, innit? It's like,
but you would bite somebody's horn off, wouldn't you?
It's just a rejection, innit?
Aye, that's it, man. That's it.
It's hard because it's so close to home, and you want to. It's every boy's dream, innit? To play for their boyhood club, and if it doesn't happen, well, I think nowadays it's proven that players can go and be there and then move on
and go back
and get back. You're seeing a lot of that now, or players that were at teams, like you're seeing them getting moves abroad or getting moves to down south and stuff like that. So it's not the be all and end all if you've made it at Rangers and Celtic and stuff like that.
That's it, man.
Which is I just can't get that 2% thing. It's like
it's mental, innit? It's crazy, man. Definitely, that itself is a bit scary. You know what I mean? It's, especially being that young and stuff like that, and knowing that's what I want to do, and then people are saying that. So basically, it's just to show you need to put every bit of effort you've got into it.
But maybe that's where we're going wrong in Scotland, because we're focusing so much on two teams.
Aye.
When there is so many teams. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So rather than trying to filter everybody into these two teams, there's a host of other teams there that boys can go to. And hopefully, well, you're seeing that with people lose Ferguson and stuff, going to Italy and playing. The boy
Hickey.
Aye. He's back down south now, isn't he? But he went abroad. And the other boy with Hibs, Josh Doige, wasn't it? He's in Italy.
Yep.
So
the other boy as well used to play for Celtic. He's away to Italy too.
Henderson, man.
Henderson. Aye.
So something's happening in Italy, isn't it? They're getting a chance.
Yep.
I mean, if you're young enough, if you're good enough, it doesn't matter what your age is.
Yep.
They're taking a chance, and it's showing that Scottish football is getting better, maybe, because we went through a doldrums there, didn't we, for years, mate. It's and seeing young boys come through, you wouldn't have seen it, especially goalkeepers.
Aye.
Like, we're still playing goalkeepers that are in their 30s, late 30s just now.
I don't know why they don't play McGregor. I don't know what the script is with that. It's mental, isn't it?
He chucked it.
Did he retire? Right.
So between him, Craig Gordon, and Marshall,
big Marshall as
well. They're all in their late 30s, 40s.
They're a lot older.
Where's the young goalies?
I know. Yeah.
What's the Scotland manager now? What's his name?
Stevie Clark.
How did I forget that?
How did you forget
so
that?
boring, that's how. Stevie, if you're watching, come and have a look at him. I'm sure he would do fine for you, mate. Just don't let him get involved with fans at the side of the pitch. We'll speak about that later. But so after that, what happened to you? Where did you go to for there?
After that, I went back to Jimmy Johnson. We were training 5 nights a week and stuff like that, and there was a guy, John Joyce, who used to come in, and he was a coach at Rangers and stuff like that as well, and he was with Annan Athletic, so he took me down there with them. I was 16, so that was a really good experience.
Were they Division 2 at the time?
They were Division 3 at the time.
3?
It was 3 before, just the year it changed it was.
Did you play?
Did he play the first team? I sat on the bench a few times.
Right.
Like Kenny Arthur was injured and stuff like that, so I was on the bench and stuff, but I played for the reserve team. That's who I played for all the time.
Did you come up against players there playing in reserves? Any noticeable names or anybody in Ireland team that you would know? That
there was a boy who played with him. There was a few boys, and they've kind of stayed at that level and played for teams at that level and that. But I think the best, in my opinion, was a boy called Andy Mitchell. You know him? Used to play with Rangers.
Yep.
Andy Mitchell. I think he was with Man City or something as well.
Aye.
Very good player. Very good. He was so good.
Do you see a difference? These boys, but boys that are playing, that have came for teams like that, and playing against players that are in that league, reserve league and stuff like that.
Aye.
Did he stand out like a sore thumb? Like,
I think he would. See if there was players of that calibre playing, in the reserves and stuff. You would. He was first team, that boy. So he was. He was first team. He's frightening.
Right.
It was frightening, man.
It seemed to just be that wee bit of difference in it.
Aye,
coming
totally.
for a reserve player or whatever, and but boys that have been at a certain level and coming down.
Aye.
I think it was Aaron, I know, I'm sure.
Ramsey.
Aye.
Ramsey, aye, that's right. I think he just went as I left.
Right.
So I think I was there for like 2 seasons and then I left. And then I don't know if he just went.
I think he said he didn't want to go in the podcast. he get thrown there, basically.
Big time, innit? Big time.
Aye. Well, he talks in that podcast about same sort of thing you were going on about the Jimmy Johnson thing, like how it's instilled in you, and everything has to be a certain way.
Aye.
Like way Ramsey's a winner.
Yep.
Does he come across like that now that he's a coach? I mean, you see him a different way now, because
totally.
It's hard to make that move for being a player and a teammate to then start shouting at you.
For me, it's easy because as soon as he's a coach, that's like the respect thing changes, you know what I mean? So you're a coach after that. So I'm not one of the boys anymore, you know what I mean? He still is, but...
well, he was stripped last night, wasn't he?
Aye.
For a game.
You can't stop him, man.
On a sub.
Every night after training, we're there an hour later, so we're...
Right.
Me and Ramsey, I'm saving his penalties,
Aye,
man.
Didn't know that.
Aye, so we
So he's still choking for a comeback, maybe?
Oh, aye, definitely. Still got it as well. What a striker of a ball.
Aye.
Totally, man.
I thought he gave it up. I thought he was just...
Aye, that's just me and him at the end. So it is, it's just me and him.
But it's helping you out, innit?
Aye, totally.
It's good that he's staying back and doing that. And you yourself, you need that, being a goalkeeper, to be kept on your toes, innit? It's like... especially if you're just doing the same drills every week or whatever, do you know what I mean? Or like, I don't know, I've not seen you training. How do you play wee games at the end of training or something? Or like?
We'll go away and they'll do fielder training. Me and Scooby will stay in, we'll do the goalie training, and then probably about 40 minutes before the end or something, we'll go and we'll get, or maybe half an hour, we'll get a couple of wee games, you know what I mean?
Right. So you are getting a bit of action like that?
Aye, definitely. And then obviously at the end, me and Ramsey and sometimes we Aldo and that, we'll stay back.
Stay back?
An hour, aye. We turn the lights off before we go.
That's good. It's good to know that boys are doing it.
Aye.
I think more of them should actually stay back. And
I think the issue is obviously, even like with Ramsey as well, these boys have got families, not mean to be ways.
It's hard for boys that are working full time. And
me and Aldo, we're lucky we've not got that yet. So so and all that stuff.
It's hard because you're wanting full commitment to the boys, do you know what I mean? And you expect a certain level.
Yep.
Which I'm no doubt that every player that as it is does.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So it is hard. I know we lose a lot of boys through holidays and stag do's. And at one point at the start of the season, it was like every weekend you were like, Palmer saying on his interviews, I've 5 boys missing, I've 6 boys missing this week, I've got 7 boys missing, and you're like, how do you combat that? I mean, it's hard as a team as it is to be competing in this league, which we've found out is it's a big jump
100%.
from where we were.
100%.
I think it's took a wee couple of weeks for us to wake up to it. Because, we'll dive into the results at the start of the season later on, but it's kind of been an awful kind of start. All over the place. I felt we'll just try to find our feet. And then it goes, we get some great results, and you're like, right, it's a change, and then bang, something else happens.
I know.
There's injuries or people out, you're like, It's hard with so many boys. And you can't turn around to these boys and say, oh, well, you're not getting a game because you keep going away on holiday or stuff like that, because it's part-time football basically, isn't it?
100%. I think, see, at the start of the season as well, it didn't help the fact that we only had a couple of weeks rest for last season to this season, you know what I mean? So I think that didn't really help it either. We were quite rushed to get back and stuff like that. So
it was only about 4 weeks or something.
Aye. Brutal.
And as I say, you're all working full-time jobs and stuff like that, and family commitments. So we appreciate it. I'm talking from a fan's point of view here, no what part of the club and stuff. We appreciate what you do, do you know what I mean? And I know a lot of the fans do, because I speak to a lot of them. Obviously, they want more points on the board, which is understandable. But I don't fear it. I don't see anything to worry about just now. It's the start of a season. Anyway, we went off short there. So, Aaron, you stayed there for a couple of seasons?
2 years, That was a good experience. So it was good. The only probably downside of that was the travelling. It was quite a far back away. It was like an hour and 10 minutes every time to get there. 2 nights.
Do you think you're grounding it with that guy, Jimmy Johnson, helped you when you went into Annan?
I would say so.
It set you up for it?
I would say so, definitely, because he was making his training. Well, he didn't make his training. He gave us the opportunity to train. Says to us basically, if you want to get any further, you need to do X, Y, Z. So we're just taking everything on board. So I was training 5 nights a week. I was playing with my team on the Sunday, and I was playing with the seniors on the Saturday.
Right.
So I was already really committed. You know what I mean?
Aye.
So going down there, it was basically 3 nights less.
Right.
Than what I was doing usually. You know what I mean?
It's a hell of a lot of football.
It is. But you live for it, didn't you, young boy?
You want to play every single night.
Yep. I'd play the night. See, you got a ball at the now. I'd play
the being Annan, who was your manager there at the time?
It was Jim Chapman.
Right.
Jim Chapman.
How did you find him?
Nice guy. Nice guy, man. Aye. He's a good manager and stuff like that as
Just didn't give you your chance in that first team?
There's obviously Kenny Arthur and Big Alex Mitchell as well, who he was a really good keeper as well. So it was they two were really going for the jersey. I was only 16, so
aye, 16's a bit of
I was young
age for a goalie down there.
I was going to say, especially a keeper. Aye.
That's what we're just talking about. Like the young keepers, we don't see them anywhere. Maybe these managers in this league should get their finger out and give young boys a chance. But being a goalie, it's a hard position, because the blame gets put on you.
100%.
The blame gets put on you for the slightest wee mistake. It gets highlighted. Probably more than any position on the pitch.
Aye, totally, man. Totally. You can be hung out to dry, even if it's not your fault. You can be hung right out to dry.
How do you deal with
it? Just try and not make a mistake, man. Aye, try and not make a mistake. But if you do make a mistake, then just get in and training on Monday, man. Just work your hormones off.
Because mistakes are going to happen.
Aye.
Not everybody's perfect.
Yep.
So I couldn't be a goalie. I could never.
Aye.
It's like it's just too much.
Aye. It's really rewarding though. See when it's good, it's really good. But when you make a mistake, it kills me for the full weekend. Totally. Till I get in on Monday, I don't really like to speak or anything like that to anybody or anything like that. So I just want to be myself.
That shows that it means something to you.
Aye.
It's not just turning out to play a game of football with your pals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have that at that age as well? 16, were you like that?
I was like that at that age as well. Aye. It's but I'd say it's got worse as I've got older. So it has.
Aye,
definitely.
So what was it like dressing room like at Annan and stuff? Was it?
It was good, man. It was a good laugh. I was obviously a younger boy, so I was in with the reserves, but I was always in with the first team and stuff like that. But it was a good experience, man. Aye. Really funny.
a lot of stuff going on that cannot be said on camera.
Exactly.
That's a good ground for you there at 16-year-old, going to a club like that. So you spent 2 seasons there. Obviously not getting a chance for the first team, but we'll put that down to age.
Aye.
I think you said to me that you fell away from football after that.
I did. I had to go and get an apprenticeship, just in case. Know what I mean? Just in case. So I done that, and then I ended up going back and playing amateur with a few boys that I knew for the pub. I used to work in a pub, so I went with a few boys there, but wasn't up to much, to be honest with you.
What was your apprenticeship in? What did you go and do?
Heating engineer.
Right.
Heating engineer. So I work for City Building now.
So you're still doing that the rest of the day? Aye.
Yep.
So it's about what, 9-10 years or something you're doing it?
No, sorry. After I played football, I went and worked in a pub, and during that time I was trying to get an apprenticeship.
Right.
So it took me maybe 2 or 3 years. So I've only been doing it for maybe 5-6 years or something.
How did you find the pub game?
It was good, man.
Aye.
It was good. It was a Celtic pub, so
Right.
aye.
What one?
The Brazen Heat
Right, aye.
and the Gorbals, aye. Aye, so I worked on there, man. Wild.
I've done a pub game for years, mate. So
Did you?
I've been brought up on it since I was 5-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Old man ran boozlers and stuff, and
Aye.
so it was I just walked into it.
Aye, basically. Aye.
So I was 18-year-old, but I was pouring pints when I was about 9 and stuff like that.
Aye.
So
There's an act to it as well.
aye. And then I became manager of places and stuff like that. I helped my dad out and
Yep.
assistant manager with him for years. So it's a hard game.
It is.
It's a long hours, crap
Aye.
money.
Yep.
But I loved it. I loved the banter with it.
It's brilliant.
Like,
It's brilliant. I think that the best times are, see, when it's all the regulars and the old guys and stuff like that. That is the best times to be in, because the part of them is unreal, man. Honestly.
absolutely, mate.
It's unreal.
I had most pubs that I worked in was all community pubs. Was all old men and stuff like that, and it was always football orientated as well. So, it was one in Dumbarton Road in Partick, the Smiddy
I've seen that. I passed that a lot.
Celtic pub that my dad was looking after for a while. And,
Right. You've been at home in the helping you.
I got a couple of shifts working in the kitchen in it, because I used to do some kitchen work at college and all that. So
Yep.
pub grub's easy to do.
Aye.
And then I was like looking for shifts behind the bar. Come on, and he's like,
Aye.
I get away with it because of my name, Tim.
Aye.
But
I know. Aye.
Don't mention what team you support.
No, get back out.
At the first shift, somebody asked me, and I was like, Rangers, and they're like,
Aye.
what you doing, what then?
I know. A wee bit of respect for you for that, though.
But you get away with it. Do you know what I mean? It's like how you deal with it and how you speak to them.
Aye, definitely.
So was it FC Bailison? You said, was it?
Well, the one I was talking about there was the Gorbals United.
Right.
But aye, FC Bailison. I was with him just before I went to Mary Hall.
So you've rekindled yourself in football.
Aye.
But before that, you says you went up to about 18 stone.
Yep.
Aye.
18 and a half stone or something. Aye.
So you've just went, nah,
No into it anymore, man. Let myself go.
kebabs and beers, mate.
Aye, exactly, man. Aye, exactly.
It's too easy.
I know.
Isn't
It's so easy. You don't even realise it's happening, man.
Aye, and then you wake up and you're like, what?
Can't fit out the bedroom door.
What's going
I know.
on? Obviously, I don't know, was that a reaction to no making it behind and stuff like that? And
That caused the club to that. Maybe, mate. Maybe because I was so my head set on why I play football. That's really all I really wanted to do.
aye,
So at that point in time, I didn't really have a backup. So kind of squeaky bum time. I think about 18 or something. I'm saying need to do something, man. Need to go and do something.
it's that age you need to get a job in it.
Aye. So
Because you're like, football's not going to pay it now, so
exactly.
I need to actually earn money.
Aye.
But you've done well, 18 stone, and then
Aye. 20 kilo. I think 20 kilo I've lost.
like,
Fair in.
so you were playing with it, Gorbals? Was it just pub football and
Just
stuff?
just boys that have played together for years and stuff like that. And then I stopped working in there, and a few boys I know played for Bailison, so they says, why don't you come on here? It was much more organised and serious and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that.
Were they amateur?
Amateur as well, aye.
Right.
They all had tattoos of the team on their leg and all that, so they did.
What?
I swear, aye.
You didn't get one?
No, that was before I was there, man, so it was.
Wasn't that involved?
No, just training on Saturday.
Writing your contract out, you must get tattoo.
Aye,
You're like, no danger.
Honestly, mate, about 5 or 6 of them all had it. All had that tattoo, aye.
That's commitment, mate.
I know, that's it.
Maybe we should bring that in.
Arthurlie, aye.
Got a few tattoos. I'll be up for that. So, I was saying you've rekindled your love for football there. You get back in playing amateur football. Did it come back right away? You were feeling it?
Why, when I was playing there, Bailison, aye, definitely, because it's just like that, the camaraderie thing you were talking about earlier, you know what I mean? It's all that sort of stuff, and just wanting to win and stuff, and playing well was a big part of it as well.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Going down there and doing really well and stuff. Just makes you want to get back in about it.
Aye, it's especially if you've been out for so long and you can fall a love of football quite quickly, but it's getting back into it. If you're a decent player, you want to get back into it. I mean, you should get back into it. The last thing I want to see is people going, I'm done.
Yep.
And walking away from it. It's easy. We're talking about this earlier. It's easy to gear up on things and hide away rather than facing things 100%. And going, I need to do this. I want to do it.
100%.
Well, there's a lot of people that can be good at football but hate football. I mean, you see a lot of professional football players, and they're talking and go, I don't watch football. I don't particularly like it, but I play it. Because they're good at it and it's a job. They earn money.
Well, there's one of the boys in the team, every time you see him on a Saturday, you say, how you doing, mate? And he's like, I'm brilliant. Another Saturday close to retiring.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Aye.
Is that Lance Pierce?
How do you know that? Just say that to you as well?
I'm sure I've heard him say it.
Aye. I'm like, why are you here? Why are you here? Just can't stay away. You know what I mean?
He's got the bug for it, isn't he? He's a good boy, Lance. Hopefully get him on soon as well. I'll let you hear his story. I think he'd be I think he'd have a good story, especially his young background, growing up and stuff like that. I'd like to hear that. So you must have been doing something well at Bailison.
Yep.
What happened there?
So I just go and play a game into it, man. That's what it is. See, Bailison was a funny one. I used to wear a bib at the top of my goalie t-shirt. Aye. I don't know if it was something to do with the fact that I was 18 stone as well, you know what I mean?
Try to look a bit slimmer.
Self-conscious, Big fucking luminous orange goalie bib on.
Right.
But I was doing no bad there. I was doing pretty well and stuff like that. Obviously, it's amateur level on it, so it's different again for the step up again. So
you went to Maryhill for there?
Went to Maryhill for there,
come and see you there?
No, it was...
or was it through somebody you knew?
It was through my work, so it was.
Right.
One day I was working and one of the guys for Jimmy Johnson was phoning my office trying to get a hold of me. Saying Alan Kelly and Harry McLaughlin, the two of them wanted me to go to Maryhill.
Right.
So I ended up going up there. I was there for 4 years.
Right.
So it was.
So that's your first foray into junior football. And it's obviously a bigger step up for playing at the amateurs, but there's probably, again, you've still got the same... when you were at Annan, is it back to that sort of level of commitment and level of professionalism and what was expected of you as a player?
100%. For me it was anyway.
And Maryhill are one of the more known names in junior football. Before I followed Arthurlie and stuff like that, you knew of them, you know what I mean?
Maryhill.
And you said it was Kel and Kev who were part of Arthurlie committee and stuff as well, helped us out last season, and obviously they've left on to new things now, but I still speak to them. Especially Kettle. I see him a lot at games. He comes down and he watches you and he's always talking about you.
He's a brilliant guy. Amazing guy, so he is.
He's got nothing but good words to say about you, mate, and he was we'll talk about this later actually, about getting to Arthurlie and stuff, because it's a good story to tell about getting you there and stuff. So how did you find it at junior Maryhill?
It was good, man. It was good.
Did you come in and get the number one right away?
No, I didn't. There was another boy there as well, Graham Wallace. And I think Kel used to say it's just he's more experienced, which is fair enough if that's what it is, know what I mean? But ended up Big Graham, he left the next season and I went straight in and didn't look back after that.
What level were they then? Were they in the Premier League or were they?
No,
because you don't know.
No, it wasn't the way it is now. So it was.
Well, saying the way the leagues have been in the last couple of years, it's been nonsense, isn't it?
I don't even know what it was called back then, to be honest with you. I just still not played.
Supercharger League or something like that.
Exactly.
You said you just wanted to play football, didn't you? You just wanted to turn up. And
that's it, man.
You've always.
I was a bit annoyed with myself how far I'd let myself go, because I did always think to myself, go get an apprenticeship and then go back and play again. Hopefully at that level, and you know what I mean? But it didn't work out like that for whatever reason. So,
and do you know what? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Yep.
It's you've spent into Maryhill and just went right. This is what it is.
Move forward now for here.
That's all you can do.
Well, it's funny actually, because when I spoke to Joycey a couple of years later after I left Annan, he says to me if I didn't change my phone number, I would have been at Clyde with him, with Ramsey and stuff like that and all. And he said, his words to me, well, you'd probably still be there now.
This is what he does the coaching with
Rangers.
I've met him and I've dealt with him through the day the football fans and
The fit
fitness.
fans, have you done that? I've done that as well inside Ibrox.
I done it at Ibrox first couple of weeks doing it. It was like Monday night kind of thing, but it was hard to get there at a certain time. You had to be there at 5 o'clock when we work and stuff.
Yep.
But I'd done a few of them. Murder up and down the stairs.
I know, and it obviously used to coach me as well, so he wouldn't take any slack off me.
Aye, but they push you, do you know what I mean?
100%. Man, I think some of the people I know, every week for them, you know what I mean? It's like,
well, they've now started up a league for all these teams, these football fans and training teams. The Rangers team's in it and stuff like that. I think he takes them.
Right, good man. That's right, they go to Germany and all that, didn't they?
They play all different tournaments and stuff like that.
Because I spoke to Harry McLaughlin as well. It was him that got me in there with him, with Joyce and that, obviously. And he said that him and Joyce go to, I'm sure it's Germany or France or something,
right?
For like, big meetings with like, all the other teams, because I think all the other teams have got it as well. So they have.
I think that's where they got the idea. It was for fans abroad and stuff like that. They were doing it and they brought it here, and it's massive now. You see it, nearly every team's got one. So it makes you an Arthurlie fitness team coming soon. Maybe that's my calling.
By the way,
I'll finally get a game. Back to Maryhill, mate. Obviously, you've come in. The goalie's left. You've got your chance. Were you playing against any players that are teammates now? Do you remember anybody no at the end of your career with Maryhill at the start? Do you remember anybody that stands out? Players that you played alongside, maybe?
That are good players, do you mean?
Aye.
Aye, there was a few good players back then. Aye. See, to be honest, players that I play against and all that, I can't remember any of them.
Like teammates?
Teammates.
That you thought...
We Tam.
Right.
We Tam's in my team, so he was.
Aye,
we Tam. Andy McLaughlin, he was at Maryhill as well.
Right.
There's somebody else as well. And there's another few boys that were there towards the end and stuff like that that obviously are still young, you know what I mean? So
you seem to follow each other about everybody.
I know, man.
But that's just the nature of juniors, isn't it? It's like, oh, my mate, he's a decent player, I'll get him in, because it's like, it's easy to move about in it in juniors, really.
Yep. It wasn't even, funnily enough, it wasn't even anything to do with Tam or Andy or that ended up at Arthurlie. So.
Aye.
They were there first, and then
I
followed.
Because you came halfway through the season,
about 8 or 9 weeks.
But interestingly, your last season with Maryhill, you won Player of the Year and Players Player of the Year.
Aye.
For a goalkeeper, mate.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
Aye.
So you must have done something right.
Aye. Well, we weren't getting the best results and stuff like that.
You were absolute crap.
And we're getting pumped.
Right, who's getting it? Just get him.
Aye, that's it. I ended up with most man of the matches, so
right.
ended up getting that. Aye, so over the moon with that.
Well, any level of football and getting done that, especially the Players Player of the Year, mate.
Aye, that was a big part.
That means something.
Aye, because it's the boys you play with, isn't it? It's your peers, and they think that of you, so you're like, I was shocked. I didn't think I was going to get that.
Well, that's good.
Craig Stevenson, that's who I was trying to think of there.
Right.
He's a great player. So he's a Marine as well, so fit.
Aye.
So fit, man.
Is he still with him, or is he somewhere else, you know?
I don't actually know.
Right.
I don't know.
I need to look into it, see what it is.
Great player.
How did you leave Maryhill? Do you want to talk about it?
No very good terms.
You don't need to talk about it if you don't want to, mate. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. I just knew it didn't end the way that you wanted it, I think.
It didn't, mate, no. It really didn't, but I don't want to knock anybody's nose out of joint.
That's alright, mate.
Say anything. I would, but maybe no best to do that, innit?
Absolutely fine, mate.
Yeah.
As long as...
It's not the type of person I'm, know what I mean? It's not the type of person I'm. Other people could be like that if they want, but...
Don't need to name names. Alright.
Do you want me to talk about it? Aye.
It's up to you, mate, if you want to talk about it.
Well...
Because it's like, if you're going there and you're winning Player of the Year and Players Player of the Year, and then something doesn't go right...
For whatever reason, aye.
It's like something's happened. So
just whatever reason, aye. It's no worked out. Change your manager and that. Know what I mean?
Things happened, didn't it?
I think some people thought maybe that I felt I was too big for my boots, basically. I think they didn't like the fact that people liked me there or something. You know what I mean? It was like It's just, see now, thinking back on it and stuff like that, wee comments made and stuff.
Aye.
Didn't really think much of it back then, but looking back on it now, it's clear. You know what I mean?
Aye.
It's clear to me. So,
but it's in the past, isn't it? You've moved on for it.
That's it.
And you've came. When did you find out about Arthurlie? What happened there? Were you out of football for a bit then?
No, I was still at Maryhill.
Right.
And I got a phone call off somebody, and I says to them, you need to phone and speak to, obviously, the manager of Maryhill, or else somebody at Maryhill. Obviously, because you can't, I can't speak to them. You know what I mean? It was just a friendly phone call that I got. And then he said to me, right, we'll do it the right way.
So obviously,
I get totally blown out of proportion.
Obviously, it's been killed. It's been with Arthurlie and put your name forward as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Because we were looking for a goal at the time.
Yeah.
We needed. It just came out of blue for me. For 1 minute we've got a goalie there, a reserve goalie. Well, not a reserve. Well, he was like a reserve goalie at the time because I don't think I've ever seen him play. Mm-hmm. Then next minute, I was like, "Oh, we've got a new goalkeeper." Mm-hmm. And I didn't know much about you and stuff, but I spoke to Kel, and he was adamant that you were a fantastic goalkeeper, and you would do really well with Arthurlie, and it should get you in and stuff. So, I think he told me. I was speaking to him a couple of weeks ago, and he says, he just told, I think, Andy and Palmer and that about you, and then we went up there to play you.
Wow.
And we went down to 10 men, didn't we? I think
I can't remember.
Jordan Layden get sent off.
Did they? Aye.
I think so. I don't know if it was that game, but
again, I can't
did you give away a penalty or something away?
Did I give away a penalty?
Or did Tam dive?
Aye, Tam dived, aye, mate.
There's a shock.
Aye, mate. Didn't look like a sack of totties, man. You couldn't believe it.
It's kind of one you're going to watch a goalkeeper, and I think loses a couple of goals and
6 goals.
Was it 6? So it wasn't the one who didn't get sent off then? It was another.
It was 6 goals, but let's be honest, know what I mean? I think maybe one of them was my fault.
Right.
One of them I ran it to between the halfway line and the penalty box, and cleared the ball up to the halfway line, and my defender, don't know what he was doing, but he's fucking kicked the ball back into my box.
Lovely.
What you doing?
Aye.
Just an easy goal, you know what I mean? Tapping.
As we say, even at 6, they're going to look at you, innit?
I know.
They're going to look at you.
You get to blame, totally.
There was another thing Mikel said about when you first went with Maryhill on the team
I know
bus.
it's going to get happened here, aye.
And he's had a phone call off of somebody going, there was a guy on this team bus and he's wearing a Celtic top. What?
Pure green and white stripes.
What is going on?
I'm sitting at the window as well. So everybody at the park, they could see in and see a big Celtic tap. Aye, they were all slottings for that. I didn't see it in Rugby.
You may turn up in the club attire and stuff
I didn't
like
have
that.
it.
So you didn't have it?
No, I didn't have it, no.
So it's down to them again. They're not giving you the proper excuses.
I know.
Aye, he was laughing when he was telling us, like, this, but do you know what? It didn't surprise me. See when he says it was you that doing it, I was like, it sounds like something Garry would do. So, obviously you've come into Arthurlie. You've known a few boys, which is good coming in. You've seen some faces, they know you and stuff like that.
Yep, gets you settled in. Me, Mark McKay was here and also I know.
Aye.
Obviously for
Easterhouse.
East End Easterhouse.
He's new at them, isn't he? He's doing their manager.
Yep.
Before we go into speaking about stuff with Arthurlie, I just got to do a wee shout out for Club Shop Direct and stuff. If you're looking for Arthurlie merchandise, cups, scarves and stuff like that, we're getting in t-shirts, hoodies, a lot. Derek will sort you out. Club Shop Direct, check them out online. You'll see them on Facebook. It's like they do well with quite a lot of junior teams and stuff like that. You see, they do a fantastic job. Get your season tickets through them as well. And also Jam Jar, it's a wee restaurant in Paisley. A bit far out for you, mate. Go along to Jam Jar. It's in Shuttle Street, Paisley. Amazing food, Hoff and Hoff pizza, pasta, amazing burgers. Well, that's crazy. I check them out. I'll leave a wee link in the description below. These guys, Jam Jar, that sponsor me and they help me out and stuff. And I give a wee shout out for Club Shop Direct. Does t-shirts and stuff for me as well. New Arthurlie ones that are coming out that I've got. next podcast we'll have one on, you'll be able to see them. Thanks very much, guys, for what you do. Appreciate it. So you get your Arthurlie. Scooby's obviously number one at the time and stuff. And
yeah.
How long was it before you got your chance?
Did
you come in injured?
No. I played against Ardrossan. Was it Ardrossan? I think it was Ardrossan. It was my first game. It was a cup, so I played that. I called that a chance, so played well that game as well.
Right.
Aye, played well. Made a big save. I nearly scored if it wasn't for Dale stealing my goal.
Aye, right for Ian off, right in.
Punt, aye. Well, I say I nearly scored, I don't know. I was like, was that me?
There's no chance Dale's letting it go, and he's taking it all day long anyway.
Right on the goalie's head it went.
Because I didn't see much. There was a couple of games that you played in that I was working and stuff, so obviously it was a lot of away games, I think, and cup games. But you got a bad injury, didn't you, right away?
That was my first game, aye. Big Kev's played the ball back. I'm saying play the ball back to us, and he's played it on at the penalty spot. And the strikers, it's like halfway between me and the striker. And I've tried to run it and clear it. I've kicked it, man. The grass was dead soft, the mud. So my foot went right into the mud, man. Went about that much into the mud.
Right.
I've hurted my ankle. So I was out for a few weeks in.
It's hard for you, especially just coming into a new club. You're doing well, and then you're like,
I know.
Come on, man.
I know, man.
I mean, geez, peace.
Yep.
And you were out for a while after that, weren't you?
Aye. That was a really bad one, man.
Because I don't think you played for
a right good while.
Months, mate.
Aye. Honestly, it was really bad, man. I was alright during the game. I wasn't alright, but I played through it. And I came off and I went in the shower and sat down after it, man. Could hardly even stand back up.
And the hard thing as well for last season was you're coming up against a goalkeeper that's no losing goals.
Yep.
A defence that's no leaking goals. And they're breaking every record going forward.
Yep.
So it's hard for you to sit on that bench and go, I need my time, I need to get on here, I need to show these guys what I can do.
Yep.
How do you deal with that as a keeper? How do you, because it is hard for a goalkeeper to sit there and not get games.
Just don't change it. Just don't change it, and just keep your attitude exactly the same way as it is if you were playing. So it is, and just try and keep positive. But it would be unjustifiable if throw somebody out when they've not done anything wrong. You know what I mean? So as long as you know that.
You seem to have a good relationship with Scooby. You see he's warming up and you're egging each other on. You're always wanting the best for each other and stuff.
100%. You need that.
Aye, that's what I was going to say. It's like
if you know yourself, you know what I mean? If goalies don't back each other up, who else is going to do it? You know what I mean? Because we are left out to dry a lot. You know what I mean?
And it's one of the positions where you're vying for each other's jersey.
Yep.
But you can't let that be shown, because if it does, then it's just going to be...
It's unhealthy then.
It's crap.
Yep.
So it's hard for you to sit there on that bench and watch that week in, and then we're winning everything. We're going on some run.
Yep.
And then at the end of the season, you get a couple of run-outs, didn't you?
Yep.
Did you feel part of that invincible team?
Aye, but I didn't feel part of it enough to constitute a medal, to be honest with you. And that's just me, you know what I mean? That's just, I felt part of the team, but I just felt like that wasn't really my achievement, if you get me.
It's a hard one. I know you're appreciated for being a player at the team during that.
Yep.
You made your contributions, you played games. So you're due it, mate.
I know.
But you personally, you're...
Aye, that's just the type of person I'm. I just, so that's why I gave my medal to Big Muncher.
Aye.
So I did.
Well, that's what I was...
No,
it's alright, mate. No, it's alright. I knew that it was good that you gone and doing that for him, do you know what I mean? And he'll appreciate that big time, do you know what I mean? He's one of the most underrated people at the club.
100%, man.
And he's probably one of the most, not underrated as such, because everybody loves him.
Aye.
But it's like he just sits in the background kind of thing, do you know what I mean? And he just does his job. And
doesn't he ask for anything for it? That's it.
He's, what a guy, man.
You need football at this level depends on guys like that, doesn't it?
Aye, absolutely.
100%.
He's a funny guy and all, man. He's part of it. No. See him at the sideline talking to refs and stuff like that. You're just like, but as I say, he's amazing for what he does.
Yep.
So obviously at the end of the season we've smashed everything, haven't we? We went, you're on a high. Do you know what I mean? You're like, we going into next season thinking we're going to go and do this.
That's it.
It's good. Do you know what I mean? Well, I know there's a lot of, the players believed. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
We're good enough to play at a different level.
Aye.
And then you go away for 4 weeks or whatever, you come back, good pre-season to start halfway, you're playing, you're in right away, aren't you?
Yep. Aye. The way it happened was I was on holiday first, and then when I've came back, Scooby's been away, so that's kind of gave me my wee chance at that point in time, you know what I mean? That was good. It was really good.
The thing I was going to talk about there is we had a change of management, which it was a shocky game after that. It was just like...
Out of blue.
Aye. Did you see a change like there? Did you... what did it feel like in the dressing room? Because I've not really asked MD about this. Like, we all know Palmer's been there as part of the start. But we had Andy, and obviously, was it a shock coming for you?
I was pretty out of the blue, aye. I was pretty out of the blue, but I think because obviously Palmer was there and stuff like that, I think it's limited how much it actually affected everybody, you know what I mean? So it didn't really, well, in my opinion anyway, I think that was the best thing that could have potentially came for that, you know what I mean?
Aye.
I think it would have been a different story if somebody else came in. I think it would have probably been
hard, isn't it?
Because then you're starting again, you know what I mean? Whereas if Palmer's there, we're just kind of kicking on for where we were last year, so...
How did you find Andy as a manager, a coach? What did you...
Andy was a really nice guy, man.
Aye.
Really, really nice guy, aye.
Obviously sad to see him go, do you know what I mean?
Aye, definitely.
He was well liked round about the club.
Yep, aye.
And
if he could do anything for you, he would, you know what I mean? And I think that's... A lot of managers now lost that.
Aye.
You know what I mean? But like, it's just pretty old school.
It's good you having a relationship like them with being the goalkeeper and saying you're sitting on that bench and you're having to sit and take your medicine, basically, aren't you?
Essentially, mate. Yep.
And it's a hard decision for him to.
Yep.
But as we say, we're keeping Scooby in goals because we're no. It's just a hard situation.
I think with Andy as well, I spoke to him a lot about it and stuff, and he was saying to me, if my keeper makes one mistake, I'm not going to put him out. And if he makes 2 mistakes, I might still not put him out. So I was already there knowing that maybe 3-4 mistakes had to be made before I'd get my proper chance.
But a consistency,
but
inconsistency.
Aye, exactly. But see that's a wee bit of comfort knowing that as well, because whenever you end up getting a jersey, like, you're not saying, one mistake and that's me, one mistake. No, I mean, it's not like that.
Aye.
You've got the back and the manager kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Aye. Well, it's got to be, hasn't it? You can't go, one mistake, he's out, and then you come in and make a mistake, right, you're back out again.
It's just a revolving door, because it doesn't work.
Aye. We've obviously started the season, Andy was still in charge, played a couple of games, and then it came to the second leg with Nielsen in the cup, pre-season cup thing. And we've been down to 10 men, and we've scraped a defeat. But with aggregate, it went to penalties. Garry Carroll was offside that night, by the way, for that goal that got us through, but we'll take it. So it's went to pens. No, that's the first time I've seen you come up against pens and stuff like that. I mean, so it was good to see what you were like.
Yep.
I don't know if you would say they're great saves or bad pens. Do you know what I mean? It's like a hard one to take, but there was one saving per that, and it was the third one that was a cracking save. I thought you'd all that young team behind you help me on.
The first penalty I came up against was a boy I know, so it was a pal of mine, DK. He plays for Nielsen, who used to play with Mary Hill, so
you kind of knew where it was going.
I didn't know where he was going, no. I
guess
assessed it on his run up.
Right.
I just went, go there.
Do you have a thing what you do with it?
Aye. Aye.
Do you psych them out or anything? Do you try it?
No. It's the way I set up. I try and set up to make them think I'm going
a certain way.
Aye. And then you just need to kind of watch them on the run up. So the kind of smarter players, they'll know fall for that. They'll know fall for that set up, the way you set up. You need to just kind of assess them on a run up and see where they're going.
Do you watch oppositions before the game?
No.
When they're training? Sometimes you're watching.
Aye, when I'm warming up as well.
Aye, when you're warming up, you're looking at them, see if some of them dead, taking shots outside the box and stuff.
Funnily
like
enough,
that.
it's the other keeper that I'm drawn to for some reason.
Right.
I always end up, if I've got a minute to stretch or whatever, just watch that. Probably because I don't know what's going on with the fielders. Know what I mean?
Again, it's like, for me, penalties are a lottery, aren't they? They're just like,
Aye.
I think it's down to bottle with a lot of players as well.
Yep.
If you've got a bottle to go out and place it into a corner,
Yep.
if you place it into a corner, you're not getting anywhere near it.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
I love penalties. I absolutely love a penalty shootout.
See if there's any hesitation.
Yep.
It's like, you know,
Aye.
he's going to blitter it, or he's just going to
Yep.
hope for the best.
Aye.
And is that when do you see that when players are coming to you? Can you feel a bit of...
See, to be honest with you, see when I'm getting into a penalty shootout, I'm just focused on myself.
Right.
And a lot, even the games and stuff like that as well. That's the way I just try and approach things.
Right.
You just focus on yourself. Now, if you've got to believe in yourself, then that will prevail over the other person. Sometimes it doesn't.
So, when you're training with the first team, who's mince at penalties? Who would you say you're never taking a penalty for us if it goes to a penalty shootout?
Probably your Scooby.
Aye. That's a cop out, mate.
Aye. No, see, to be honest with you, the boys who really stay back and take penalties and stuff, they're tremendous at it. Like Garry Smith. He says take it, that's why I put it, and every time it goes there. Gary Carroll as well, good penalty taker. Ramsey as well. Frightening.
Aye.
Frightening.
But the majority I've seen them taking the penalties have all
done well with them.
Aye.
Aye.
I think if you're a striker, you've got it in your mind where you're putting it right away. Mm-hmm. You've got to be confident enough to do it, and believe that you can beat that goalie. Do you know what I mean? It's
100%.
Like, I think we've got boys there that can do that. Do you know what I mean? So, but it's good for you coming up against them in training.
Aye, defo.
So you're not coming up against dross who are going to sky it, or you're saving it every time. I mean,
because even if you go the right way with these guys, you still know 100% if you want to save it or not. It's in the ripples right into the corner of the net. You know what I mean?
Well, I see when you're even just in your training at the start of the game, the warm up and stuff, and Rab firing balls into you, and see if you're getting a finger on it, it's getting in the net. You're raging.
Oh, 100%.
You're raging. You're getting off your nut.
Mate, 100%. See, even I hate the ball going on the line. See, even like we're training or whatever, and somebody kicks the ball away during the game or something, Micardo or one of the other coaches go for it. You kick it back, see if it's going in my goal.
You're like, there's no many.
Sprinting.
That line means something here, doesn't it?
It's 100%.
Thou shall not pass.
It's fine for me to take the ball and then pass it into the net, but it's just a mental thing, I think.
I'm going to remember that and wind you up. If the ball comes near me, I'll just hit it in the net when you're not looking. So obviously after that, you felt great. We're doing the winning that wee trophy and stuff like that. You've saved 3 penalties, which were excellent and stuff. You're obviously on a high end. You're feeling going into this season.
Yep.
I can do they be taking this jersey because you've got your chance. Did Palmer speak to you at all about it? Did they say we're going to be starting with you, or did they say we'll see how it is?
I think it was just at the very, very start was we'll see how it is, wasn't it? And then just things have went my way at the very start, and I've ended up with a jersey at the start.
Yep.
It's just what happens, isn't it?
Aye. So before we go on any further, because there's a few things that are going to tie in, I'm going to do a wee fans' questions first, right?
Right.
We'll do that. Get them out the road.
Lovely.
So obviously, boys out in your social media have been posting them in. I think I've seen most of them anyway, but just want to thank you all for sending them in. So the first one's for Darren. Boy, stands at the side.
Mush.
Aye, Mush.
Well,
thanks very much for delivering my ice cream the other night, by the way. He was delivery driver. Cheers, mate. Only waited about an hour and 40 minutes for it. No his fault. So he says, how can you shout about having great goal kicks in the warm-up, then kick it out the park during the game?
I'm actually aiming for him. He's standing right at the dugout, and I can see his wee head popping on the side.
I was going to say it's a target, isn't it, mate? It's just where it's sun.
Looking for that,
aye.
No, here it's one of the ones. I'm trying to run up and murder it. See when you do that, it's just you can slice it a lot, and stuff like that. Know what I mean? It's just trying too hard.
Is it maybe rushing it during games rather than
possibly could be all that? Aye, it's like every time you go to do something like that, you need to always follow the same routine, like the run up and stuff like that. So if there's anything different, maybe a wee bit half balance or something, it has a total different shape, especially at that sort of distance. Not mean you're 60 yards or whatever. Or
there was it a Clydebank game? And you'd messaged me after it, and you says, "Give me your brutal, honest opinion."
Aye.
And I said to you, "All right, I'll be honest as I can." So I don't want to blow smoke up your arse or anything, mate. Do you know what I mean? And I did say to you, "Well, you kicked the ball at the pitch 5 times a day, mate."
I don't think it was 5. I think it was 3, but I kicked on.
But I said to you, that needs to improve. But you know that yourself.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? You know that yourself. You're just kicking yourself for no being. I think you're a bit of a perfectionist in what you want to do with being a goalkeeper.
Aye.
But I also said to you, look, you know yourself, just keep doing it. Don't change. If it goes out of pitch, don't worry about it. Move on to the next one.
Yep.
Just perfect it and get better at it, because that's what you can do. Do you know what I mean? If you sit and be distraught about it or worry about it, but it's good you're talking about it. You're getting it out.
That's it.
Because you need to say to other people. Maybe you can't say to people at the club or something like that. Maybe that's why you messaged me and asked. Do you know what I mean? Because we talk at games and stuff as well, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'd done the fans' questions there, so I could get that bit in that you'd messaged me. Do you know what I mean? I'm just trying to show people
100%.
that as much as Garry as a player and stuff like that, off the pitch, do you know what I mean? He does speak and he does want to know he's a down-to-earth person. He's a normal person, so he does suffer with the same fears as everybody. It's like somebody might just say, "Oh, you're just a goalkeeper for Arthurlie and stuff." But he's a normal person, so he's going to worry and he's going to want to know how other people are perceiving him. But as I said to you earlier in the motor, who cares? Who cares what people think about you, mate?
That's it.
It means nothing. It's only this. It's a nut. Do you know what I mean? It's just making you. But thanks for your question, Mush. Anyway, mate.
After that, see, after I done that, kicked the ball at the park 3 times or whatever it was. I
5.
I took a couple of boys home ways to go down the pitch and practice that. And all the boys.
Does Muncher know this?
Slaughtered me.
Muncher know this? Is it? Did you bring the balls back for Muncher?
Aye. That's all you hear. £130, £130 a ball. No half Muncher, half the coaches.
Aye. But at least you're doing something about it and you're trying. You've got to. I mean, it's if you do nothing about it, you're not going to get the results. Aye. So good on you for taking it upon yourself to go and do it, mate. Do you know what I mean? Everybody can get better at what they do.
Aye, totally.
But if you don't put the effort in, you're not going to get it. Do you know what I mean? So, next question's for your super fan, Matthew Ritchie. How you doing, mate?
How you doing, mate?
He's always there behind the goal. He's what a boy, man. He's brilliant.
Goalie gloves and all that.
Aye, he's just
goalie daft, man. And he's mad about the keepers. Brilliant, wee guy.
He's asking, who's your all-time favourite goalkeeper?
I'd say Matthew.
There you go.
Hey, Matthew.
There you go, Matthew. You're the number one. He's got posters of you up in his room.
Aye, that's it. But if grown up and stuff like that, I would have been Arthur Boric.
Right.
As a wee guy, I wanted to be him. So that
he's a bit of a nutcase.
It's a madman, wasn't he?
It's a goalkeeper thing, isn't it?
Aye.
I'm not going to say too much on him. Being honest, it was a couple of seasons. It was at Celtic. It was unplayable. Do you know what I mean? It was
unbelievable, man.
It was the goalkeeper that Celtic were looking out for years.
Aye.
Because he always had that kind of problem where, at the time, maybe Rangers having Andy Gorham for so long and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then it became like that at Celtic. And then I think now with Joe Hart as well. Do you know what I mean? It's the same sort of thing. I mean,
I think over the past
so many
Gordon. Years, I've had good goalies, but me growing up, that was the first really good goalie that I seen playing for Celtic. You know what I mean? He was world class, I think.
I think he had a lot of cycling players and stuff like that as well. Do you know what I mean? His attitude, and a winner. I mean, he hated losing. Exactly. You could see it.
Yep.
A big huffy after games, no shaking hands and things like that. But do you know what?
Aye.
People can have their nut.
I know.
It's a disgrace. You've got to behave yourself.
I know. That's a funny one.
So thanks, Matthew, for your question. Hopefully see you Dunterley again soon, pal. Next one's for Mad Dog on Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know who Mad Dog is. I'll not reveal.
I don't know who it is.
No, you don't know him. I know him. But I don't want to reveal who he is because he's hiding. Who in a team is most likely to recreate the famous pie scene in American Pie?
Oh my God. All these guys who get wives and wains, I can't say this about them.
My answer to him is it'd probably be Garry himself.
I have done it.
Well, there you go, there's the answer.
No, man. I don't know.
I thought you might have
the guy that I'm thinking about's got a wife and a wane, so I don't want to say that.
Maybe that's the thing.
maybe I, maybe not.
I think we'll stick with that. We don't want to put MD in the bad books.
Aye.
Your captain asks a wee question or another.
What's he saying?
Well, I think he's saying it on behalf of Tam. This is Tam McGoggy. It says he can beat you in an arm wrestle.
Never happened.
Did you not see the wee photo?
I like that photo actually. Aye. I was in the group chat
post
as
it
well.
up so people can see it as well.
So do you know what this has come to? It was one night we've went and done a warm up in the training on the school, and we're just standing in a circle, we're all stretching and that, and I don't know why it popped into my head, right? But see, when I was younger, I loved playing arm wrestling. I'd play everybody, and I'd beat them all, like my dad and all that at 15, and I just thought out way. Bet you I could beat anyone using arm wrestling. No, look at me like that. What are you talking about?
That's the goalkeeper madness, mate, isn't it? The brain just.
Like wee Tam's like, no, I'd beat you, no, I'd beat you. He's solid, wee Tam. You know what I mean? He goes to the gym and that. I was like, well, then, down here right now, like running. So everybody's all in a big circle, and wee Tam are doing playing arm wrestling in the middle of the park, man.
They should go that videoed, mate. That would have been quality content for the socials.
Aye, that was.
What about Big Mick? Did he
beat him? So did.
Aye.
Oh no, I didn't play Mick. I beat Tam.
Big Mick McNeil. Did he take a back seat?
He was hiding. Big action man, isn't he?
There was a question before on a podcast about him saying that in the arm wrestling, and I think it was Gilmore that said that he probably won. Big Mick would probably win it in the arm wrestle with somebody. I can't remember what the question was. But
I obviously wasn't involved because
maybe we should make this a thing.
Aye, definitely. I even said it night out. The night out we'll get a wee table.
A teammate.
Clear a table, man.
We'll get it filmed. Get bets on it.
I'd beat everyone in.
He's laying down a marker here, by the way. That's a gauntlet throw.
I'm not good at much, but arm wrestling is my thing.
That's it.
Don't know
just
why.
Don't break his head on if he's dead and then we're out. Keepers, you know what I mean?
Daft goalies.
Well, Captain, cheers for your.
Cheers, guys.
Some sort of question. Last one's for an ex-teammate.
Mine? Aye.
Jamie Gray.
I know Jamie.
I think we know the answer to this anyway, but I'll ask it. Which ex-Maryhill teammate chipped him the most at training?
Probably say Jamie, but you know what? Actually,
he's looking for that.
He forgets though the amount that I saved and punted away down the other side of the park. You know what I mean? That's what happens. So you try and chip the keeper and he catches it. See you later.
Aye.
If the ball's gone, you're going after it.
It's the thing where if you've got to chip a keeper, you need it.
Aye.
If you don't,
I hate being chipped. Hate it.
I think Mace did, didn't he?
It's horrendous. It's so embarrassing.
It's
worse than through the legs.
When we're playing Hurlford, and young boy McMillan, he came on at the end, had the chance through.
For us?
Aye,
actually. Jack?
He's put it by the post.
Aye.
But I think he was in two minds, and people were saying to him after, how did you know to chip him?
Aye.
And he went, no danger of my trying to chip him, blah blah, and then I get made to look like a mug and stuff
exactly.
like that.
He's done the right thing. Totally done the right thing, man. Definitely. A young boy comes in and tries to chip the keeper and that.
I'd love to have seen him chip him.
Oh, it'd have been brilliant.
Oh, it'd have been
brilliant, man.
It could have made the boy at the club, I know. But I'm sure he'll get more chances. He's come on and done
I like Jack.
Well in the games he's been in, and obviously Palmer sees something in him if he's coming up and getting these chances, because you're playing they were top of the league at the time. You're not getting a chance for that if you're
aye. Brilliant attitude, man. So I like Jack, but a lot of time for Jack.
A lot of the 20s have got good attitudes, haven't they? They're coming in and they're doing well.
The whole team has. Fancy's got him running like a well-oiled machine, hasn't he, man?
Aye.
And the rest of the guys, obviously.
So recently we discovered that you can play first team players for the 20s if they're out and stuff like that. So or getting some run-outs recently, and Garry was playing last weekend with under 20s.
Friday night, aye.
How did that go, mate?
It was good. It was good.
No, I was watching this game.
Funny.
I was watching this game live on Vio. We can do it through an app and stuff like that, and I didn't tune into like 20 minutes into the second half, and I was like, just to see how you're playing and stuff, and I'm going, what's he doing wearing red shorts? I'm like,
all right, did you not see it happening?
I'm like, and then I checked the chat with the under 20s, and Andy Pollock had said, we're down to 10 men. So I'm like, well, it's Gary's been sent off. What have you been sent off for, mate?
Well, second half, kicked off and stuff like that, but we were playing all right, and the next minute I get the ball, Big Lewis played the ball back to us, and I've turned it left and played it out left, and about 2 seconds later, this wee guys just totally flew right into us, man. Done us a belter, man.
And no booking for him?
Really bad tackle. No, wasn't a booking. I didn't have the ball though, so it was an off-the-ball challenge, innit?
So he's got to be booked, doesn't he?
Aye. And I'm saying to the ref, what's happening with that? And as I'm saying that, there's one of the guys at the side of the park for them shouting to me, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. I bet you've got suspenders underneath the shorts. And I said something back to him, which the ref didn't hear right. And he's run up and sent me off.
Aye, he's thought you've said, I'll wring your neck.
Aye.
Which he clearly
like
didn't say.
No. My granny's got part of that.
Aye.
I'll ring your neck.
Aye. I know we can all be hot-headed and say things at the side of the pitch and all that.
Aye.
But hearing it from other people that were next to you, closer than the referee, I've always said the same thing that he didn't say what he said. So he gets sent off playing for the 20s, which is now turned into a...
Scunnered. I was absolutely scunnered with it because being a senior player, meant to be there, obviously setting an example, know what I mean? And these boys and the coaches and all that, they're getting everything, know what I mean? And I'm going and I let myself get involved with somebody at the side of the pitch.
Yeah.
So if I didn't let myself get involved with him, this is the way I think about it, then I wouldn't be off, I wouldn't get sent off, even though I didn't do anything wrong.
Maybe it's harder to do that in a 20s game when there's not so much crowd there and you're hearing every single comment shouted at you.
Totally.
And he was close to you, that boy.
But for me, it's just the same. Getting playing for the 20s is playing for the first team, playing in training. It's all just the same. You're there to win. You know what I mean, it's no different. It shouldn't be any different.
You come across that you want to win everything. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but it's good to have that attitude.
Yeah.
It just means that you're suspended for the first team now for a game, which we just found out yesterday, Sunday, wasn't it? We found out.
Aye, it's unfortunate. Brutal.
But it is what it is. We can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I think there was another kind of incident where there was a Darvel game, and I think you came off that pitch distraught.
Aye. Yep.
I seen you at the end of it, and I thought, he doesn't look.
Yep.
He doesn't look in a good place. And I spoke to you quickly, and you were just like, no good enough. Absolutely. Everything was just coming out your mouth, and you could just tell your head was.
Aye.
During the game, I thought there was a bit of that as well. I thought you were a wee bit switched off for what was going on. I think you were getting caught up with something. I don't know if it was all that young team behind you at the goal or something.
The first off you talked about?
Aye, there was a bit of shouting for the bench about something, about releasing the ball quick or something, blah blah, I can't remember. And there was a wee bit of arguing back and forward, and I was like, something's niggling at him. Something's got to you, I don't know what. I couldn't explain it, but after, as I said, I spoke to you and you were
Aye, yeah.
And I say my game, but I just said to you, look,
you don't.
Mistakes happen. We keep saying this about goalkeepers. You're going to be scrutinised more than anybody on that team. It's how you deal with it.
Yep.
First of all, don't get involved in a crap.
Yep.
Move on, make yourself better, just learn from the mistakes.
100%.
And I think it was the next day. Well, it was because we played them on a Friday night, and the next day was a Celtic Rangers game.
Aye, that's right.
John McLaughlin made that absolute howler.
It's exactly the same thing as what I see that.
And I messaged you and I said, well, look, there you go.
I know.
You're not the only person on the planet that's going to do it. He's done it in front of 60,000 people.
Yep, and the telly's not. Some of the boys were saying that as well. It's like, but it's it's for me, it's like you set your own levels, know what I mean? And when you do something like that, it's you who's done it. So
aye,
it's hurtful for me. So it is, definitely.
That's how you bounce back from it. But
Aye,
so, I mean,
100%.
we've got to. I'm glad that you did speak out about it and you want to talk to me about it, especially and say, look, what can we do better and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not saying I was kind of explaining things or whatever, but I'm just, if I can be there and talk to somebody and say, this is what can do better, a bit of positivity. I feel 100%. As if I can bring a bit of positivity talking to players and stuff like that, and help them out. Not everybody needs it.
No, definitely. I mean?
But when you see people that are down, or maybe distraught and stuff like that, and I think after every game when you get beat, you're going to you're going to feel it, aren't you?
100%. Aye, when you get beat, it's no nice feeling. But when you get beat and you've made a howler, it's worse. It's worse. It's totally so much worse.
Aye.
So it is for me. As I say, you'd quite happily lock myself away and not speak to him after that.
Aye.
Till the Monday, till you get back in train. I'm not sure.
Well, before we go into more about it, it's like the mental health side of stuff that we like to talk about, and the Time to Tackle, who are a great charity that help people play football and stuff like that. They do it at Paul Shaw's on a Wednesday night and doing it at St Mirren on a Friday night. Get yourself down if you want to speak about things, get things off your chest, go and play football, because when you play football your mind can come off a lot of your troubles and stuff like 100%. That. You're in a different world. Aaron and Siobhan doing an amazing job down there, so get yourself down and deal with that. Also, but I'm starting off a mental health hub in Barhead that I've spoke to you about and stuff. It's going to be called Untangle. You'll see it on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. I've sent a few follow things out on, so you'll probably see. And that's what I want to do. I just want to promote men's mental health in Barhead. It's in its infancy now, because I'm just starting to get it off the ground. But I want to help people, especially men in Barhead, and I don't think there's anything there for us just now. Place where people can go and speak about mental health. They can let steam off, learn new things. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, man.
A million things that I can do for it, and it will come more prominent in the next couple of weeks when I find out where it's going to go, hopefully. On the back of that, I'm going to start a podcast for that as well, with the Untangle podcast. I don't know if I'll film it, because I was saying to you about maybe want people to be anonymous to come on and tell their story, because not everybody will want to, maybe they want to say things that they don't want their family hearing, or
they're scared of stigma or something like that. Even though obviously nobody will be thinking that, but it's just,
well, I want to end the stigma. That's what the thing is.
That's it.
If I can get men talking and get things off their chest, I'm helping. I'm doing something. It's helping my own mental health. But maybe want to say things that their job doesn't want to hear and stuff like that as well. But as long as men are talking, that's the most important thing. So keep an eye out on that. That was just a wee plug for my new pod that's coming and stuff.
I know, that'll be good. But, looking forward to that.
So with that, we're talking about you're locking yourself away in a room. And how does your mental health suffer during that time when things like that happen?
Well, you don't really see it as mental health. You know what I mean? Obviously, until you speak about it now, then it will be. It is mental health. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's important because everybody experiences mental health, whether it's good, bad, or in the middle. You know what I mean? But that instance, if I do something wrong and stuff like that, that's my way of coping. So I go home and you think about it, and you just tries to help you do it again. You know what I mean? The thing with locking yourself away in a room and stuff like that, and doom and gloom and stuff like that, maybe is there something else we can do to open up and not lock yourself away and instantly go, right, let's try a different approach to this. Let's be open and get it out right away. Rather than see if a howler's happening every week or something. That could turn into you worse and worse. It's like, and it's building up in your head, and we know yourself. That's when it gets bad. See, when you're letting stuff bottle up, and you're not talking about it, and you're not getting to it. Definitely.
That's when it goes chaos. And I don't want that. I don't want to see any players get that. But
Yep.
You don't come across like that anyway, Gary. That I don't think that you would go into that
Aye.
Mindset, which is good. I think you say that's your way of coping it.
Aye.
You go, right, Monday, that's it.
I'm back in
and do it again. But there might be people out there that can't do that, they can't switch off like that. So I'm saying, well, I'm here to talk, DMs are open. If I can't help you, I'll find somebody that will help you. It's, don't suffer in silence, don't sit there and worry about things. Do you know what I mean?
There's not neighbours feeling and thinking that like you could make a difference to somebody, and you don't just because they've no reached out for help or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's a hard one.
Absolutely,
it's a hard one.
So obviously, when you're injured, you're going to do a few things like that as well. I mean, the wee knitting in your head, I'm injured again, I'm out and stuff.
Yep.
You've had an injury recently as well, haven't you? You came out of the team because was it your heel or something? Your foot?
Aye, this past month's been absolutely murder for me, so it has. Aye. At first, it was underneath the bottom of my heel, I think, my boots, the stud part of my boot, must have stamped on it.
Right.
I don't know if that's maybe done something. So it done something to it. So it was about a week or something like that before I could actually get back doing stuff. And then I got back, and it was my back after that, hurting my back at work. It was hard to bend down and stuff. So after that get better, I went to warm up to play the last game there.
Aye.
I went to dive to make a save, man. I went to get back up and my groins just
that's right away. Because
I
I just put a team shoot out.
Aye.
And I get halfway back and I'm like, change. I'm like, fuck.
Aye.
What's he done now?
Well, that for me, that was hard to deal with, that one.
Aye.
I hadn't played in a couple of weeks, so finally getting your chance, looking forward to it all week.
Aye, and then it's just
Aye.
But these things are what you meant to do there. Do you know what I mean? It's like it could happen to any player on the pitch at any moment.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But how do you think this season went for you? All in.
Alright, obviously we're not in the place we want to be there now. You know what I mean? We'd be a wee bit better off if we didn't get 8 points to Caffers and stuff like that. But aye, not bad. There's always room for improvement though, 100%.
What do you think's your best game this season?
I don't think I've had much today this year. Don't think I've really had much today, man. Favourite game I've played in this year? Take away the score and it'll be the Clydebank game. I thought we played well that game. I thought
Just
we played
unlucky, wasn't it? It's
100%. But obviously, Nielsen during pre-season saving 3 penalties, that's obviously the better one, isn't it?
You played in the Meda game away, didn't you?
Made away, that was a brilliant game, aye. That was brilliant.
What was the atmosphere like in the dressing room after that, mate?
Frightening, man. Aye, we were all buzzing, so we were. Again, though, that game I didn't have much to do at all.
I think we battered them, like,
aye, totally, man.
Even with 10 men as well.
9 men.
And then 9 men.
Aye.
So when we're like, one of the games again, we should have been, 3 up half time?
100%.
But it's this level on it. It's like, if you don't put goals away,
teams will hurt you.
It can hurt you.
Aye.
Luckily that day, it went our way.
Yep.
Then at the weekend, 2 weekends ago, wasn't it? Meda, can't remember.
Aye,
2. It was 3-0 at a neighbour, but like
mental.
Just didn't take the chances again.
Yep. Totally.
But it's like every team in this league can go and beat
each other. Definitely.
What is going on?
I know, it's mental. That's just a level of competitiveness, isn't it? I think everybody's there to win, so
absolutely.
And I think it's like at this level you get a lot of like ex-pros and stuff like that.
Aye.
I think like they've all got that kind of mentality, you know. So I think everybody can beat everybody on their day.
It's been an eye opener for me, this league.
Yep.
But it's good to see he's in it. And it's good to see you performing well in it as well, mate. And
cheers, mate.
And then you're not in because you don't think you're performing as well as you can, but you've been pulling off some great saves. Listen, we're not a finished article. I don't think we ever will be.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Aye.
So it was, who's the next game? Rob Roy, you're missing that one, but then we're up there again for the league game. So are you looking for that sure comeback then? Or are you still
don't know,
injured?
No, That's me. I'm back training and all that again now. So, but Big Scooby, he's got the jersey now, hasn't he?
Aye.
So, just be waiting for my chance again, just sitting in the shadows.
Well, that's it. It's like we don't want to go
support them.
Come on, Gary, let's see you back in because you're doing Scooby out.
100%. It's not fair.
So, it's again, you just need to wait and see what happens. And it's just unfortunate how it's been going for you, mate. I can't believe for the minute you've come in, it's just been one foot forward, two steps back.
I've never actually been like that. I know I've never really had to go and see a physio before.
Aye.
Came in here and I think that just happens, but doesn't it? Sometimes that just happens. You're unlucky.
Aye. Absolutely. I don't think it's anything where we need to change anything or your training needs to change or we need to look at how things. It's just bad luck, and you get it. Some teams you get it. Some teams you don't. So, what's your plans for the future? After football, would you like to go into goalkeeping coaching? Would you like to manage or anything like that?
I'd like to be a manager.
I think you've got the temperament for it. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, cheers, mate. I'd like to be a manager, definitely, man. Obviously, goalkeeping coaching would be good as well, but I think that'd be really
Talking
good.
About your goalkeeping coaching now, how good is Rabbit? His job would he?
Brilliant. Rab's brilliant, honestly.
He's always on it. He's
top
constantly.
Class, mate. He's top class, definitely. Yeah, anything you need to speak about and all that, he's always there and stuff. So
he's a good boy.
Aye, he's brilliant, man.
He pushes you.
Aye, he played a good level as well. So
aye, so I'm hoping to hopefully get him on soon as well.
Aye, that'll be a good.
And you see his passion at the sideline. I mean, he's screaming his head off. I think we've just got a whole bench of that, and
I know, man. I know. You need it though, didn't you? You need it. You need it, man.
You see it everywhere. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Have you got a message for Andy or fans or anything, or what you is there a shout out to Andy that you want to say?
Not really, no, man. I've not really thought about that. Do you know that? I didn't think of that. No.
So, who would you like to see come on as a guest? Who would you think would be a good story to hear? And
I think Big Rab would be a good story.
Right.
I think Rab would be a really good story. I think one of the older boys as well for the team too. They'd be really good. You said they like Garry Smith and stuff like that. Are they up to they think they'll be coming on all that?
He's hiding.
Is he?
He's hiding.
Madness.
100 goals. We need to get him on 100%. when he hits 100 goals. That's it.
He's got it?
No, he's not. He's 94, mate.
You're joking?
No, he's got 6 to go. We thought it was 100.
Right.
In the Petershill game. But they've been running calculations.
No way, man. He'll be gutted with that. Does he know?
Aye, he knows. I told him.
He's not saying that in 10 hours.
94, he's sitting on it now, so he'll hit it a season.
100%.
Easy.
Aye. Yeah.
I think he'd be a good story to come on
he would be, man.
And tell. Listen, majority of the boys.
Aye.
But there's boys there that just don't want to do it.
I know.
They're too shy.
It's mental and all, isn't it? Because they go and they play in front of people and stuff like that. And
that's just who they are. Maybe just don't want to do it.
I know, that's it. That's it, man. Definitely.
They would rather sit and watch or listen. I mean, but and I need to be respectful of it. I can't go chasing or whatever.
That's it.
But there's plenty there. I mean, there's management and stuff to get into.
Yep.
20s players and armies. We'll get a few of them on and stuff. So that's us at the end of the podcast, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Mate.
It's been great hearing your story. I wish you all the best in the future with Arthurlie. I hope you stay on for a long time.
Thank you.
Gary's going to finish off with a wee Elvis song.
No.
Nah, I'm only joking, mate. I want to do that to you.
You've got a video of me doing it and all,
I've got a video somewhere I'm doing it. But he's a good chanter. That would have been a first for the podcast. We could have opened up with it actually, mate. You didn't have a wee. Aye. But aye, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having us on, mate.
All right, all the best, mate. Cheers.
Mate. Thank you.